Hi, my name is Sandhya Krishnamurthy, and today I'm going to be talking about a feature called Index Advisor. This is something that people who use nickel queries or SQL++ queries will find very, very useful, especially if you moved in from a relational database background and you are used to creating a lot of indices and you're trying to figure out what is the best index to use for a particular query. And at the same time, you don't want to end up creating too many indices because that is just going to eat up space. So let me show you what this feature is all about. I am here on the Couchbase console dashboard. I'm going to click on the query menu item that's available on the left-hand side. And this is going to take me into the query workbench. So I wanted to very quickly show you a query that, a very simple query that does not leverage any indices that I specifically created to showcase this feature, right? So let's start off with a simple query, which is select distinct country from travel sample. So what essentially is happening here is it is going to be running a query on the entire data set to get all of the distinct countries, right? So when you execute this, it's going to return these results back. And when you click on Index Advisor, it basically tells you which index is being used. And it is also telling you that no additional indexes are required at this time, which basically means whatever index you have currently running on the on your system is going to suffice. In my case, it's a primary index. Please be aware that you should not be creating primary indexes on a production system because that's essentially creating an index on your entire data set. So, that is not recommended, right? So if you do an explain also, it is going to show you the plan and it's going to show you the name of the index that was used, but it does not give you any recommendations. So that's the value add here. So now let's go to a more complex query. Here is a query that I used. I selected the country and I wanted to do a count star. I do have a filter for a particular country, and I'm going to make this all uppercase because that's how it is on the data. And I'm going to group by country. So let me execute this query, and it's going to return back one result and tells me there are 2,849 rows for the country United Kingdom. Now, when I click on Index Advisor, it says that the index that's currently used is the primary index defined on travel sample. But it is recommending that you create a covering index. And a covering index basically means all the columns that you're referencing in that query, including the where clause, the group by, and the select clause, can be included in the index. And that will just cause you not to make that lookup onto the data nodes, and the index itself is going to have all of the data that you require. So here it is actually recommending that I create a covering index. And then when I create and build the index, which I can very easily do from here, it is obviously saying it's going to take some time. So let's see. And it says that that kind of index already exists because I clicked it 2 times. Now let's try executing this query again. And then let's do an index advisor. And voila, since the index has already been created by you, it is not trying to go ahead and create that index again. And it is using that index that was created, and it's not using the primary index. Thank you very much. And I'm going to stop recording.